We thought of speaking to Admiral Jayanath Columbage, Sri Lanka's Foreign Secretary, to find out what kind of pressure Sri Lanka faces right now.
Yes, I think the Foreign Minister, Honorable Dinesh Gunawardene, explained very clearly the pressures that the Sri Lanka is having, and also that our determination to reject these unsubstantiated, unfounded claims against this country. I think Sri Lanka is a very peaceful country at this moment. When you compare with many countries in the world, the human rights are protected here, right to life is protected here. So therefore, we feel this kind of action by the Human Rights Commission is very unjust and unfair. And as the Foreign Minister mentioned, what we need is really the solidarity among all the countries in the world for economic revival during the COVID pandemic. But on the contrary, what we get to face, or what we get to spend our energy, is facing these unnecessary accusations coming from only a very small number of countries representing the global north. So this is, of course, this time they have taken a small country in Africa to the co-sponsorship. Well, that is, I think, it's a bit of a whitewash kind of a thing. Now we have committed to be engaged with the Human Rights Commission. We have committed to be engaged with the United Nations mechanisms. We are not shying away from all the commitments that we have made. We are determined to make things happen in the country for good, to find solution. And now, therefore, we feel it is very unfair that we are being targeted in a international body like Human Rights Council.
Does this also mean that the Sri Lankan government does not have confidence in the partiality of the UN in delivering an objective examination of facts presented by the High Commissioner Michelle Bachelet?
You see, this report was prepared on a desk in Geneva or somewhere. They never visited Sri Lanka. None of the rapporteurs, none of the authors visited Sri Lanka to see the situation. And today we decided that we would extend an invitation to the High Commissioner and her team to come to Sri Lanka, to travel all over the Sri Lanka, talk to all the people in Sri Lanka and find for themselves what they are talking about, whether anything resembling their report is there in Sri Lanka. So this is like, I mean, you know, this is last year, nobody could really travel freely, but the Human Rights Commission is in such a big hurry, despite all these restrictions, despite the fact that we can't even meet face to face, we have to challenge, or we have to argue on a virtual platform, even mostly pre-recorded. So this is not what we need. This is not what the world needs. We need to be solid. I mean, we need to unite in our efforts to overcome the economy. We need to unify our efforts to overcome the COVID-19 pandemic and not to face these unnecessarily unfounded allegations.
Very quickly, what's your reaction to reports that Sri Lanka may face sanctions and economic embargo that could be announced against Sri Lanka by certain powerful member states, similar to what countries such as Iran have been facing?
Well, you see, if there are economic sanctions against Sri Lanka, I don't think any right-minded country would do it. But suppose if somebody wants to do it, that will be against all people of Sri Lanka, not only one community, all people of Sri Lanka. And that would deter our development, that would deter our COVID response progress. So if somebody is thinking of economic sanction, that they are doing the worst possible crime against the humanity in this country. So the threat of sanction, you know, we don't accept it.